Hello, YouTubers, and welcome back to another gaming chat for Walking Dead Survivors here on the LSC Arcade channel. I'm as always your host here, the Hot Patriot. For today's episode, we're going to talk about a few things going on right now, specifically Season 8, the current truce going on between everybody on the Season 8 map. Basically, what we have to look forward to for end of season rewards that are going to, I think, only be available next season when next season starts or whatever. We can actually do all this stuff, which is absolutely BS entirely. It should just be given to us right immediately then. And then these weird 7 days of survival challenges have happened in the last couple weeks now is what it is. So I think we'll actually start with that is what it is because, there's some weird shit going on in this game right now. It used to be that they would give us these survival challenges on here, 7 days of survival on here, that would basically be a mix between like fragments and long range transmissions, Ruby, stuff you'd actually want to get and need and whatnot. Now it's just weird shit. Like last week, it was like a whole bunch of token stuff for vehicles. And now this one that just started, I think it was yesterday or day before that, is like some really weird ass like flask stuff, which nobody asked for. I don't necessarily have them up the amount of flasks you get per Mixture of Madness. Just bring that game back every, go around or so is what it is. Right now, I'm actually working on a level 110 chain, arid chain to get into 120. I need another almost 70 fragments to get them to 6-1 right now. But I do have Rick and Militia Rick and Morgan. Well, Morgan's 120. Militia Rick is 118. Waiting to become a 120 at some point here in the future, whenever we can actually get our stuff done, which will be at some point, down the line here. So it's only a matter of time before that happens. But it'll be interesting to see what happens there, though. A lot of random stuff going on in game currently. Like I said, just a lot of other kind of silliness is what it is. You got fucking them doing some Ramadan bullshit now, and that's all kinds of silly, honestly, at this point. Yeah, they will never, like, that's the thing, right? They'll do that shit for, like, an event thing or whatever, but yeah, they won't do the same exact thing for, like, Easter Sunday or, any kind of, like, Christian-related thing, like Christmas. Only be, like, a day or two is what it is there. As it was, I missed out on one of the challenges last night because I ended up waking up and finding out that we were like 10 minutes into a 3-hour random ass maintenance that did nothing, it seems like. So that was fun. Not. But anyway, so yeah, it just kind of sucked on that one, dude. And then, yeah, got a bunch of other bullshit happening right now is what it is. And basically just trying to figure out what the hell's even going on right now is what it is. So right now I'm trying to finish up this one. I also got to do the triple hunt thing for these right now. I just realized that. Still got the only thing that's nice right now is knowing that we don't have reset until 8 o'clock now because of daylight savings time going back to what it used to be. Because obviously before this it was 7 o'clock and now it's back to 8. Now it's back to 8 p.m. Which is very nice because now it means like most of the stuff that was like 8 a.m. is now 9 a.m. et cetera there. So anyway, but yeah, go ahead and check and see if we have the next thing to go to here. And we do. That's good. As it was last night, I used my R4 powers to basically switch out the thing at the last second. Because what's his name was being the dickhead and had it too, the stupid ass 2 for the hospital. And I'm like, nah, dude, fuck that. And I immediately threw it to the other thing here, which is the prison. For multiple reasons, obviously. Like, and the thing is, I'm not saying that this other dude is like trying to fuck us over, but it kind of seems like he might be, honestly. Because why would you continue to go back to one that you know for a fact we can only do up to level 2 on, just because we don't have the other 8 or 9 people we need right now to actually do the next levels is what it is. Versus, hey, let's just keep doing level 4 prisons, get X amount of long range stuff, get bread, get legendary medals, etc. that we all need for characters and all that stuff like that, dude, and have it be much better overall. And not be a bunch of idiots and fucking waste a bunch of time. And not too much on top of that, then you obviously, difference between token payouts and stuff like that. It's like, right here on the level 4 one for the prison, it's like 30, 40 a piece, depending here and there. For the other one, it's like 15, 20 at most. So it's like, yeah, why would you actually screw people out of getting the gets for a better payout overall instead of just letting them have the shit instead of, being an asshole is what it is, really. So, I don't know, man. I'm sure he'll give me some shit here in one of my accounts at some point in the future, but I really don't give a fuck. I don't pay attention to the motherfucker anyway, so, he can kiss my ass on that one. I'd say that should do his face, honestly. We already did another one of those meetings, what it is. So, because I will not be bullied around. I will not be, fucking intimidated into submission and shit like that, because I'm not a fucking little beta bitch is what it is, like most of these motherfuckers are in this clan, it seems like. So anyway. But yeah, needless to say, it's a whole thing, man. And like I said, for me personally, I'm not gonna put up with it, is what it is. I'll do what needs to be done for the betterment of myself and everybody else for that matter, and if that means having to use my own powers to, knock shit around and do whatever there, that's what it means. And it's as simple as that, really. So, I heard apparently Candice LeRae turned heel last night on Raw, which I thought was kind of funny because I was watching the video from that one, and I was like, it wasn't even really like a heel turn. It was just like a weird turn, I guess is what I'd say on that one. Because it was like I would almost be like one of the world's worst heel turns ever if that be the case, then, bro. Like just the way it happened and shit, but yeah, it is what it is. That's the problem with most of those females, though, is what it is. Like, once they bring them to that main roster, they have no fucking clue what to do with them, is what the problem is there. That's why I like NXT a lot more, though, because it seems like there's a lot more going on in that set of folks there, and not the overall, main roster of chicks is what it is then. So, I think that's the problem with most pro wrestling, though, is what it is that they'll just let these decent talents just fall to the wayside whenever they get to the main show is what it is, unfortunately. And you see it in almost everything is what the problem is, though. And I don't know what the deal is, honestly, on that one. If it's just the writing, if it's the overall development of people, if they just don't want to push them like they should push them, or just I don't know. Because the real problem is, it seems to me, like with all that stuff, though, is that you have people who are just like sort of getting screwed over for a Charlotte Flair type, basically, that gets another fucking run at women's title or whatever the case be, even though she shouldn't have, because she's already had like 10 times to get the damn thing is what it is then, or whatever the hell it's been at this point. Or even keeping like Rhea Ripley as the women's champ for like a year plus now at this point. That's nothing too, by the way. The whole Roman Reigns, like, was it like 2 year fucking holding the belt now or some crazy shit like that? It's like, bro, like, enough is enough of that crap, dude. Like, there's a reason, like, you have enough people in that company, especially in the men's division, to flip that title to somebody else that can actually hold the damn thing down is what it is. So, yeah, it just seems like absolutely ridiculous to have him still holding that belt now that long into it. But anyway. But yeah, right now I'm getting my stuff done currently here. Trying to figure out a few things right now. Figure out what I want to do with this. See if I have enough space stuff to do right now on this or not. Okay, get my house up. Do the next house over. And then that would be first 2 done on that one. Go to the courtyard and start grabbing that stuff right now. We're actually almost done here. Just need a few more people to jump in the courtyard right now and help us out to get us over the hill then to break through these first X amount. That's what it is. And then we'll be able to do the other stuff then. Need to make sure I'm awake later too, because these fuckers fucked me over the last time with Zeke. It was like Megan and everybody else, like 10 of them got together and we're like, oh, we need to hurry up and do this before the end of the fucking day or whatever. And then, yeah, they ended up screwing over like 50-something people in the damn clan that were active people at the time. It's like, what the fuck, man? I was literally waiting for that to fucking be there so I could do the shit later and get some fucking shit out of it. Get some extra long-range fragments and stuff, but y'all fucked me over there. That's one thing that does piss me off about this game, by the way, is it's only people that get hits on that stuff that get the overall rewards. It's like it's absolute bullshit entirely. It should be, no matter what, every single one of these tales should be every single member of the clan gets that stuff. Because there was a point in time in history with at least one of my accounts in the past where to begin with, before a bunch of the updates happened, it was actually giving me that stuff every single time. And I thought it was doing that with everybody else too, apparently. And somebody's like, oh no, it's not doing that for us, dude. Like you were getting that stuff? Like, really? And I'm like, yeah. And they were like, well, you shouldn't have been. So, yeah, and it should be that way. It should be with everybody, dude. You should automatically get it by default. Like, as soon as it gets done, doesn't matter if you got a hit in there or not, dude. Like, you just get it, is what it is. It should just be considered a clan get, honestly. It's one thing they should update, honestly, in this game for everybody. So, but anyway, I digress. Hopefully I will be awake here in the next couple hours when we have that happen then. So, anyways, let's see, making sure that these are all out of here. See if I can actually show you guys what I'm doing right now here. If it'll pop up or not here with the screen. Nope, still being retarded. Still giving me that dumb shit. I hate that crap. Yeah, right now I'm literally just grabbing boxes that are gonna expire like right around reset. So people are dumb and don't wait until like 10 minutes after to have the shit. So I want to make sure that I don't get fucked over out of any of these. Just grab up as many as I can right now. I don't want to grab them all because I still want to have like a bunch to collect like at reset is what it is. And that way you get like your reward stuff too on that one for like X amount is what it is then. So yeah, really just trying to get to like 8 hours away. If I can do that, I can be in better shape right now. Let's see, is there one that specifically says 8 hours right now? Alright, there we go. So I'll just backfill down then. But yeah, so basically from my understanding, I think we're still in the number one coalition for second place is what it is then. And if we are in that place right now, we still get the 195,000 something, whatever it is there for the tokens for the end of the season. So that'll be fun because we'll then use those to get a bunch of stuff. Then I'm gonna have to reassess like what I'm actually gonna get then, because obviously I was actually thinking we could get it during mid-season reward stuff, but no, that's not the way at all. Apparently, you have to do it until I think it's the next season is what it is how it says it on here. Yeah, start exchanging season tokens for season rewards when the new season begins, so it will not be until the next season. Yeah, we got just over 16 days right now. So it'll be the 8 p.m. reset tonight. We'll make it exactly 16 days from now. So it'll be, today's Tuesday, so it'll be see, the 19th, 26th. It would be the 28th. So it'd be Thursday. 2 weeks from Thursday is when it would actually be the thing. So yeah, we got a bunch of different stuff in here. We got for 5,000 tokens, you can get a full box of uncommon combat equipment. 250 tokens is each long range. 50 for the short range, which are stupid. I don't know why you waste money on those ones. For 40, you get to one of the legendary combat medals. Also for 40, you can get a legendary development skill medal, which you don't really need those, honestly, because you can get enough of them elsewhere is what it is. 125 tokens for combat experience or development experience, 100k versions. Again, not really things to get. 1.2 thousand tokens, so 1,200 tokens. You can get a legendary fragment, or the gold hats, people call them there. Which we might get a couple of those, honestly, when it's all said and done. And then for 500 tokens, you can get up to 300 Negan vouchers, which basically equate to like, I think it's like several 100,000, honestly, on that one to get all that done. The one I want to get though is these 30 tokens a piece, which are 300 versions of this Patrick character. And by the way, when I can get those done though, I'm pretty sure that every single one of my accounts right now is at 79 characters. And when they get to 80 is when you will actually have us get another set of stuff there. Yep. Yeah, have 80 survivors. You'll get at least 1,000 tokens anyway. Which I think there's multiple. I think it's multiple 1,000 sets of tokens. It's either 2 or 3 on that one. I'm not sure how many, but yeah, that'll be fun though. So yeah, definitely get a couple thousand there anyway for that. So that'd be sweet. Sweet. And then yeah, go from there basically, and have a few extra tokens to fuck with them as it will be, or sorry, a few extra rubies to fuck with it will be then for them. That stuff is what it is then. So yeah, good times ahead for that, obviously. And like I said, most likely the whole point will be buying Patrick entirely then. Like I'll probably just buy all the tokens for him then if that be the case, because there's no reason not to. I want to say it's around 250 is what you'd actually have for him to be. I think it's around 2 stars at that point. And then you have the other 50 just sitting there to be used at some point in the future. It'll be then for a future get then. Which again, not bad. Not bad at all. The entire point is though is actually just having him be done and be ready to go is what it is though. Because if you can actually have him all the way, up to par and stuff like that, you're actually in better shape. That's what it is. Because especially if you actually have, I forget which level it is of elite levels and stuff, or even if you would go and buy the extra cabin thing, I think it's for like $1 or whatever to begin with or something, which I don't know if they even have that anymore available to people like me right now because of how far we're in the game as it is right now. But it used to be you could pay for like $1 or something like that, you get extra cabin for it or whatever it was there for construction guys and stuff. So yeah, if you would have that extra one, then you could use it for that dude. Then is what it is. So, and have yourself like a 7th guy right now, or like I said, if you're at that elite level, you can also have that 7th guy. That's what it is then. So either way, it works out well for you because it allows you to have the ability to get ahead then and be able to build some more buildings and with some of and that's the thing too, with some of the times it takes to build some of this stuff, like, bro, it's needed to have, honestly, at that point, like, you need to have that extra building, construction character and stuff like that. So, and plus, like I said, I think I think at the end of the day, if you get him all the way to 5 stars, it's basically roughly the equivalent of what Sydney is right now as a blue construction person. So, survivor, I guess is what the actual terminology would be for that one. But yeah, she's not bad for what she brings to the table in the game, but she's no Tyrese or Samantha actually on that one, or even Sarah for that matter. Sarah's actually all really good too as well on that one. So But yeah, she's definitely decent. Trying to think now. Yeah, she's really good. Okay, I got my beans and bacon one done in this one. So just need to go and check on a few other accounts right now and see what needs to be done here. What it is. I know at least one of them is not totally done for that triple hunt thing, which is going to end at reset then. It's smart to do that too, by the way, because if you can, it'll actually give you, I think it's like 3 extra long ranges then for the day, which is good. So totally worth it to have those. I actually saw an interesting one the other day too, for that matter. It was relating to, of course, it's still not letting me to show the shit. It was interesting though because it was talking about the Power Rangers, and specifically, it was about the original storyline when the chick who played Trini actually passed away for real because she died in that car crash in the 90s. It was what it was there, or whatever. And it was about Jason David Frank's Tommy Oliver taking over the Yellow Ranger powers and becoming the Yellow Ranger. That would have been kind of interesting. What would have been more interesting, actually, is if he had been able to transfer the Dragon Sword shield onto the Yellow Ranger outfit then. That would have been fucking cool. I always loved Power Rangers as a kid, man. The original 90s version. Not all the really gay spin-offs, though, because I'll tell you what, man, I saw some real gay shit the other day. It was like all these dudes that were in like the later seasons trying to do like doing like their morphing stance things or whatever, but then they're just like still sitting there as like human beings, and it's just like, bro, that was just gay as fuck. It's like, it really was, honestly. let's be honest with ourselves, man. But yeah, like it was not, nah, bro. It was just bad. It just looked terrible. Like that's the one thing. If they had actually had like, if there was like an actual morphing grid and they could have morphed for real though, like that would have been bad fucking ass. But like the fact that you're like doing the sequence and you're just like not in costume after, it makes you look really retarded. Basically, is the best way to describe it, honestly. So yeah. Needless to say, like it was just like, although to be fair, in that time in history, like that was the seasons where it was like way into my like young adulthood at that point, and I'm just like, yeah, I'm not into this shit anymore. If I had a kid in my like late teens, early 20s, that would have been my kid's version of the Power Rangers, honestly. But again, it wasn't, so it is what it is. Doesn't really matter to me, honestly. Yeah, that's one of those shows that really should have just like eventually died off over time, and it just didn't. And I think it's because they just wanted to keep making money off of it as long as they could with like another generation of kids and stuff, which it wouldn't have been bad if you actually had good storylines, but half the storylines were just stupid, and now it's like, I think some of them are actually straight up pushing like the transgender crap now is what it is, which is just ridiculous entirely. And it's like, dude, fuck off with that shit entirely. It's like, stop pushing that crap at children, dude, for real. I bring that up obviously because today is supposed to be a National Detransition Day, is what they're calling it all over Twitter/X right now. So I thought that was pretty interesting. Good for those people though. Hopefully they'll be the last generation has to actually deal with that then, and won't be an issue. Several years down the road, then we can just have a bunch of kids be kids again, not have a bunch of sickos trying to force their disgusting crap on children anymore is what it is then, man. I pray for a day that happens, honestly. That we're just better off as a nation like that. But only time will tell, man. Only time will tell. Unfortunately, there's a lot of sick individuals in this world that want to just fuck around with kids and make lifetime patients out of children is what it is, man, for their own sick, disgusting ends. and their own greedy ass profits and stuff like that, and it's just really disturbing in general. So anyway. Alright, still got to do this one too, apparently. So it's just the one that we did apparently this morning that we got all the way to all the way through the thing, and it's just the other two that we need to do still is what it is then, so that makes sense. So, but yeah, and then of course you had that what would they call that thing? It was like Once and Forever, or Once and Always, or something like that is what they called that special that the original Blue Ranger was behind and stuff, and it was him basically pushing his own effed up agenda then too as well on top of that, and it's like, bro, come on now. Like, cut the shit, dog. So it's like no need for that kind of garbage in there, dude. So, you know. By the way, that special sucked. I actually watched it. It was not good at all. Like, none of those guys have aged well at all, man. They all look like they're a bunch of fucking, like, drug addicts or something now. So, honestly, if they were going to do it, what they should have done was they actually should have done that dude's bootleg universe one some years back now, where it was to make like a Power Rangers movie. That was before they actually made that real stupid one, where again they pushed the whole gay agenda thing, and it was having fucking like the Trini in that one be fucking, you know, gay for some chick or whatever the case be, and it's just like, again, there's no fucking need for this crap, dude. Like, fuck you. And by the way, Billy, the Blue Ranger, wasn't black. And the fucking Black Ranger wasn't fucking Hispanic. They were white and black, respectively. So, anyway. It's fucking ridiculous, man. Actually, I think technically even the girl that played Trini was kind of really oddly race swapped. Hell, I think even the girl that played Kimberly was kind of really weirdly race swapped too, for that matter. It's like, Jesus fucking Christ, people. Like, enough is enough. I mean, at least they kept Jason white, but Jesus, man, like, barely. So, yeah. But again, that's Hollywood for you, man. No, it's the same thing. It's the same exact reason why you have, you know, Disney failing like a motherfucker right now. It's because that idiot Kathleen Kennedy. And actually, I think South Park did it the best on that one, where it was like her being all like, it was that chick is Cartman, or a version of Cartman, being like, make her black, gay, and lame. And it's like, yeah, that's pretty much what they're doing, man. So, yep. And then they wonder why they're losing billions and billions of dollars a fucking year is what it is on these things that are all flops. Then and it's like, it's not that hard to figure out, bro. It's like, stop pushing this fucking dumbass woke agenda, and you're not going to have an issue then. So apparently, I guess the reason that they apparently the reason they did the Ramadan thing now for Walking Dead survivors here for this event thing or whatever, I guess is because the entirety of the Middle East, I guess, now has the game in it, which is like, do they even have internet in most Middle Eastern countries? Because I don't think they even do, man. Like, especially not the Taliban ones, like Afghanistan and shit like that. Hell, they barely have food over there right now, dude, is what it is. So I'm sure they don't have fucking internet everywhere, is what it is there, man. Or if it is, it's not very good. It's probably like very spotty in a couple places, I guess, honestly. So, but yeah, it just seems sort of silly, if anything else. So, anyways, but yeah, it is what it is, man. Like I said, don't really care. Don't really it's whatever. You know, I'll take the prizes they give us, and eventually there'll be the thing that they gave us. Obviously, I think maybe that's the reason they did the maintenance last night, was because what they gave us was everybody ended up with a thing, and that thing was basically a week-long town hall skin in the shape of like a Islamic mosque, I guess it would be then, maybe, or something. I'm not exactly sure what it actually represents there. I need to go look at it again right now and see what it says here. So, yeah, let's see here. It is considered to be a, yeah, there you go, legendary, what the fuck is it called now? Legendary croissant shelter. I don't know. I just know it has like that weird like Arabic, um, like flag, half moon, quarter moon, thumbnail moon, whatever the hell it is there. And like I said, legit looks like a weird ass like mosque in like probably like Saudi Arabia or something like that would be my assumption. But it is a 6-star thing, so eventually my plan will be I will actually use that, unlock that, and unlock a wait a minute. I just realized something really fucking stupid I did not know that I had, which I think is that's not a 30-day, is it? I think we actually won the one season that got us Twin Oaks entirely. Because I have a 5-star one sitting in here right now. And it doesn't say 30 days on it. Or 7 days on it. I don't know, I need to figure that one out right now, because if that is a legit one for like the entirety, then I'm definitely going to pull that out. That'd be the case then. I know we won one season the other day, like here at some point in the past, like 2, 3, whatever it was there. So maybe that's what it is then. I'll check that out for sure then. Make sure that's not. I don't want to pull that as a 30-day. That was what it is though, because if that is just a 30-day deal or whatever there, I want to make sure that that's used in the right way and right capacity then, which would basically be giving myself the full chance to use it all the way is what it is then, if that makes sense. Which would be obviously using it to eventually be in combination with a bunch of the other ones then. And you would have like a bunch of extra buffs then from everybody then. Because what you would actually do is you'd have the 6-star one, the 5-star one, and then Legendary Wilderness Camp. This is it can be unlocked. So let's see. So that's 6, 12, 15, 20, which would put us to plus 3% all fighters attack, which would actually probably put me over enough of a hill then later on down the road to allow me to get something pretty good then. 26, 27, something like that. Level of walkers defeated then, because right now I'm only at 25 currently with the level 8 that I have right now. So let's see if I got everything from the strongest survivor. Yes, I did. Cool. Sweet. All right, let's see. Building stuff here. We got 11 days left on my fire station to go to 24. We got 17 and a half days for 22 to 23 police station. So let's go ahead and fire up the fire station a little bit there. Take that down a little bit there. Also do this guy done, I think, as well, just because, you know, I want to make sure that that gets completely done. Set that back up for 3 more days. Okay, get our stuff for that. Triple hunt stuff needs to be done on this one. Okay, so for some reason, apparently I only got the one done completely, and then everybody else just needs to be done entirely is what it does there. So, which it doesn't take too long to get these first couple done here anyway, but it is a little bit of a pain though sometimes. Well, the first one's not really that much of a pain, but the other two are. little bit more of a pain in the ass, and then it's getting all the rest of them done. Then is what it is. So, which for this one, it's basically just finding out and figuring out, like, where's your dudes, where's these guys go, where's those guys go, et cetera, et cetera. And then essentially just figuring out, if you have enough stuff to do things the correct way and whatnot, and then, yeah, basically just go down the road. That's what it is. So, anyway, grab these two, that one, grab that one, those three, those two, that one, these three. Now we are in a weird position currently where I am. Nope, still being stupid for me. I was going to show you guys what I was looking at here, but yeah, it's kind of not in a good place right now. So, okay, we can get those two. All right, so that is there. 2, 3, 4, 5. Reset the thing here. And of course, I can't get that all the way done, so gotta redo that again then. Actually, an interesting one the other day, which is relating to Magic the Gathering, actually, which was Brian Kibler, who I am Facebook friends with and have been for years. He was apparently, I guess, doing some workout stuff at his house and like a personal gym that he has or whatever. And he was talking about why you re-rack your weights even at the home gym. And apparently, I guess he didn't do that specifically is what it is. And I think by that, what he was talking about was like putting like the dumbbells back on their rack is what it is there. And he was going to do something or whatever, ended up going to like do like one last set or something. And I guess he had like several sitting like next to the ones he was using or something. And ended up crushing one of his fingers in between a bunch of them. And I'm just like, damn, dude, that's got to hurt like a bitch. So, yeah. Hopefully he can have a speedy recovery on that one. We wish him all the best. So, he's always been a mostly good dude. Even if we don't agree with the guy politically on some things, with some of the things he's done in the past with his own, money, but and who he's giving it to basically, and the causes that those sick pieces of shit support. But yeah, that's besides the point, though. Never wish a guy any ill will like that, dude. So, you gotta watch, man. That's what it is. You gotta make sure that you're not doing stupid things like that, because all that happens is you end up, hurting yourself in the long run. So, but yeah, I agree with his PSA though for, if you're gonna do a bunch of workouts at home, man, like make sure your stuff is all, put back and whatnot, because you never know if you're gonna smash your finger in between a bunch of stuff. That's what it is. So, yeah, not good at all, man. Not good at all. So, but like I said, wish the man the best. He's very knowledgeable in the game for sure, and you can't really fault him for whatever, but it is what it is, man. So, thing is that it's kind of funny though. Actually, that's one of the main reasons I stopped playing Magic the Gathering professionally. Actually, was because just the attitude of some of these people that were in the thing, especially the judge program. Like after I found out what happened with Jeremy Hambley and stuff like that, dude, they got us the quartering. I was like, yeah, fuck these people, man. Like, why are you letting Antifa in your judge program, bro? And then, covering for their criminal asses and stuff like that. It's just ridiculous. Especially when, like, here's the thing about it too, right? It would be one thing if there wasn't a bunch of children, and like preteens and stuff like that play this game. But the fact there are, And the fact that you're letting active child molesters around these people, when in reality, like the court order specifically says, like they cannot be within like 1,000 feet of a child. Like, yeah, dude, why are you letting them be the judges in these events? That's what it is. It's ridiculous. So, or really, why are you letting them be judges at all, for that matter, is what it is then. When they're just pushing their left-wing terrorist ideology on people then. So, but yeah, it's just, it's really bothersome in general, dude. But, and then of course, a lot of people are learning the hard way now that Wizard sucks ass, because they're literally laying off a shitload of people there, is what it is now at WotC, and trying to do like AI crap to take over their jobs and whatnot. So, you know, I find it kind of ironically funny, because of the fact it's like, yeah, man, y'all, you know, she just saw this coming and realized what it is. That's another thing that's kind of scary, actually, is the craziness of AI right now, dude, and like how easily it can manipulate people and stuff. So, I mean, hell, I could not be real right now. I mean, obviously I am, but like, you know, my voice could be used from these streams like this right now, and then be used in the future to, like, you know, act like I'm still here when I'm gone. It's just creepy, man. It really fucking is. So, but yeah, just to show everybody that I am in fact a real boy. Go ahead and put the new cowboy hat on that we got the other day. I think this is technically a cowboy hat, but yeah, show everybody I'm actually real here. I'm actually real. So anyway, I just didn't really want to do a whole stream where I had my, you know, what you call here, because just I'm not feeling the greatest day, honestly. Tell you guys the truth, and haven't really been all week, actually, for that matter. My sister's coming in here tomorrow then to help out with starting to get the house cleaned up and everything. And yeah, I don't know, man. It's just, there's going to be a lot of emotions brought back, I think, with everything going on. And it just feels like one of these sort of, you know, like prelude to something bad, I guess, is what the actual thing would be then. Like, not like bad, but like, you know what I'm saying? Like prelude to like, just like emotional breakdown kind of thing is what it is then. And I already have one of those either day. I don't want to have another one is what it is then with her. And yeah, I just don't want to, you know, and I'm sure she'll give me shit for the house, where the house is looking right now. And it's like, yeah, well, that's the whole thing. You know, it's not like I'm used to, you know, like it would be one thing if I was 100% right now, you know, and able to like clean this place up and stuff myself. But the problem is, it's like, yeah, with my bad back the way it is, with the way my knee is anymore, and then with my arthritis issues all the way around, then it's like, yeah, it's kind of hard for me to fucking move at all in this fucking house, let alone, you know, bend over and start picking shit up or clean stuff up. It's like, it's you know, enough to just make sure that I make the basket every time, and if I don't, to be able to, you know, grab a grabber and stuff like that and try to pick it up with that, then that's what it is there. So, but yeah, it's like, it's not fun, man. It's not fun basically being an invalid right now, or very close to one anyway. I didn't expect at the age of 39 that I was going to act like I was fucking like 80 basically as an old man. But unfortunately, that's basically what it is right now. And yeah, like one of the only few joys I have left in this earth right now is this game, honestly, which is sad. And even that's not really doing it too much anymore. So, you know. I guess it could be worse, though. I could be in fucking Haiti right now, where there's literal cannibal gangs chasing people down to eat them. So, yeah, hopefully that shit doesn't come to America anytime soon, but I wouldn't be surprised if it did, actually. Given fucking dumbass Biden importing the fucking third world into our country is what it is right now. So, which is a scary, scary thought to think about, man. You know, at least in the Walking Dead universe, like, you know, Gareth and all those cannibal motherfuckers were like interesting characters. They weren't just like, you know, people that started out as cannibals. They like became cannibals over time. But it's like, yeah, if you're talking about like actual cannibals from like the third world, it's like, hell nah, bitch. Like, this is why people like me get fucking armed up, man. That's why I got armed up the other day a little bit more, is what it is there. In fact, I wish I had the money to buy a bunch of fucking ammo too, for that matter, and a bunch of magazines on top of that, because I would have definitely bought all that shit then too. So, unfortunately, I didn't have enough to get everything I wanted. I had enough to get a couple boxes of ammo on top of everything else then, but yeah, it wasn't really much though. So, but anyway, yeah, see, unfortunate situation is what it is there, man. So, but yeah, my best suggestion to everybody in America right now: if you're not armed, get armed, stay armed, and make sure you have at least a rifle and a handgun for every, I would say, adult and even teenager for that matter in your house that would know how to shoot. Like if you have a teenage son or daughter, or whatever the case be, like make sure they know how to shoot, dude. Hell, if you have like, I would even say like a preteen at this point that knows, that would know, that would be, you know, old enough to learn and stuff like that. Teach that kid too, and have them have a fucking, you know, set of weapons too, for that matter, for them. Because if you can, like, it's the best thing to do right now, man. Because we are definitely heading into some dark ass times in this country's history right now, and I'll tell you what, I would not want to be unarmed in one of these major cities if shit pops off in the next day or two, is what it is, man. Or a month or two, or, you know, 6 months from now, whatever it's going to be then. So, because I definitely see it happening before year's end, honestly. Not sure if it'll be summer. Not sure if it'll be summer into fall. I definitely think it's going to be before the election, though, for sure. Because there's no chance in hell they're going to let Trump win again. So, anyway. But this isn't really a political chat. This is obviously a gaming chat. But, you know, it's sort of an all-around chat, obviously. Since we haven't done a lot of stuff recently. Apparently, I guess the AG Missouri, or, the Attorney General of Missouri is now calling for charges against that one girl, the black girl who beat the white girl's head into the pavement the other day. And it turns out that that whole entire shithole, what do you call it now? High school, they were trying to force the diversity, equity, inclusion crap on all their school resource officers, and they were all like, "We're not doing that, dude," and they fired them all then, is what it was. School resource officers there to stop those fights is what it was then. So, yeah. I would say every single parent, starting with that girl that got her head bashed into the fucking pavement like that, dude, need to sue the fuck out of that school system and take the damn school in the fucking process then. Like, literally take that fucking school out from under these people is what it is. And take it as part of the damn lawsuit then. And make it a better school system after the fact is what it is then. Hell, maybe turn that bitch into a charter school or something like that for, you know, X number of kids and stuff. That actually want to learn and aren't a bunch of violent fucking little thug pieces of shit. But yeah, rightfully so, the AG Missouri is calling for that fucking girl that was the aggressor in that situation to be charged as an adult there in the state of Missouri. She needs to be. She should be given the death penalty, honestly, for what she did there, man. Because she definitely, if that other chick lives, there is no way that other girl is ever going to have full brain function ever again, dude. She's going to either be in a comatose state for the next like decade or two of her life then. And even if she does come out of that fucking thing, she'll be probably a vegetable in a wheelchair for the rest of her damn life, honestly, after that. So, it's just absolutely disgusting and fucking infuriating beyond belief, man. To see that kind of crap going on in our country right now. And people think it's okay to fucking do shit like that. It's not, by the way. So, anywho. But, let's see, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, it's very, very fucking infuriating. So, anyway. Okay, so I got that one right there. As it is, though, I heard here recently that when May rolls around here, I will actually be getting a Meijer close to me right now, locally. So that'll be fun. And yeah, we'll be able to go shop there at some point in the future then. So that should be nice. And that's supposed to be opening, I believe they said sometime in May then is when it'll be there. So Yeah, that should definitely be good times ahead then for that one. Especially considering it's going to be like literally right next to a Walmart, so it'll be like taking some of their profit off of them then if that be the case. It's kind of funny on that one, but it's not surprising though. I mean, Walmart has had their time there, and you know, it was the same when my mom worked out for almost 20 years of her life. She got fucked out of over $100,000 by the Waltoners because of that, because they cut overtime pay for everybody there is what it is. So the thing that pisses me off most about that right now is that's exactly what I would need right now. That kind of money sitting in my pocket to actually pay off this property and be able to live here forever is what it is then. And not have to worry about it, dude. But no, instead I got to worry about, you know, not having a place to live here in a couple months and having to go find an apartment now to fucking rent and be screwed out of my generational wealth because fucking the Walton is a bunch of goddamn scumbag fucking pieces of shit is what it is. They want to fuck over my mom with $100,000 she rightfully should have got in overtime pay by these fuckers. Working their fucking ass off for their stupid ass little bullshit profits. And yet instead her son gets completely fucked over and gets fucked out of his generational wealth then. Should piss everybody off at this point, dude. Where these goddamn greedy bastards are. So I would love to keep this fucking property, but I can't because these fuckers, man. Hell, that's the thing too. Even if she had the money, right, she wouldn't have had to take out a damn mortgage on this fucking place. She could have just paid it off. But no, these fuckers got to fuck her out of her money is what it is, man. It's fucking bullshit. Not to mention all the times that she missed with us as kids and teens and everything else growing up. Where she could have been with us, hanging out with family and having a good time with our family at various get-togethers. But no, she had to fucking work her ass off for these fucking dickheads. For their greedy fucking asses to make another fucking dollar or a dime or the hell it was off her fucking sweat and her fucking back and her pain and everything else like that, dude. Which eventually led to her premature death is what it is now. God, I hate these fucking people so much, dude. But anyway. Yeah, needless to say. Not to mention these are the same fuckers that are now trying to kill us all right now. Throwing forever chemicals in our food and water supply, etc. there. So, anyway. I feel like it's. I really do hope, though, honestly, in about a month or so here, not quite a month, actually a little under that right now, the April 8th eclipse right now, I really hope this does turn into a mass awakening event in this country. And it's basically this giant return to Christ. And, you know, good starts beating evil a lot. Because that's exactly what people are, man. They're fucking pure, or sorry, not even people anymore. They are fucking demons. That's exactly what these demons are. They are pure evil. It's demonically possessed individuals. Powers that should not be, etc. there. Who are trying to screw us all in the long run. So, anyway. Very fucking infuriating. So, anywho. But yeah, needless to say, though, it's going to suck when I have to leave this place, man. It really is. But yeah, if you want to know why I'm bitter, that's why. Because I shouldn't have to leave this place. I should have more than enough money to pay off everything and be able to just live here for a while. So, at least a couple of years anyway before I have to go, you know, get work, whatever the case be. Hopefully I get his lottery though. You know, there's always that. There's always that one chance. There's always that one chance, you know, being able to hit it big, strike it rich, etc. There. I used the set of numbers today off of a one of the Chinese fortune cookies we got the other day. Hoping that'll be the winning set of numbers tonight. Is what it is, man. You know, you never know, man. Never know. There's always that chance. There's always that chance that you get the right set of numbers and you're able to get ahead. Have it pay off for you, etc., etc. So, got 24 minutes right now until the this thing here ends up on the other end. So, I'll worry about that in about 24 minutes, give or take. So, it'd be about 2-ish, almost. Till then, go ahead and do up the rest of the stuff on here for this one. So, anyway. And of course, still's not coming up correctly. What the fuck, man? I swear to God, like it'll do that shit, and then it'll be like an hour and 15 minutes in whatever these streams, and they'll finally actually start working right. It's just so fucking infuriating, dude. It really is. So it's just working from the damn jump. So anyway. But yeah, it's like a whole bunch of crap all the way around, man. And like I said, it really does suck to know I'm actually getting fucked out of my, you know, childhood home like this. Because of some bullshit. Oh, damn it. Speaking of some bullshit. Just fucked myself on that one by accident. So I'm paying attention. Ah, man. Speaking of which, the movie Final Destination might actually become reality pretty soon because there's a bunch of footage that's come out now. People doing undercover work there and exposing a bunch of criminals at Boeing who are now making unsafe planes and apparently don't give a shit about people's safety or safety standards or anything else like that. And yeah, they're letting these so-called Dreamliners just go out into use when they've been cutting a bunch of corners there and stuff like that. And I guess one of the guys that exposed it here recently ended up dead in a parking lot of a motel with like 2 to the back of his head, and they claimed it was suicide. So obviously it's not. People are trying to cover up his assassination, literally. So anyway. But yeah. So we're definitely living in some crazy ass times right now. I'll tell you that much. That is a given. Damn. Oh, wait, no. I did get it on that one. Sweet. Yeah. Okay, so this one is down there. That one does there. Those 2 go there. 1, 2, 3 there. 3 there. 3 there. Those 3 there. I'll tell you what was actually a good movie back in the day that I guess it could be considered a cult classic now, probably. But at the time, I don't think it got really that over as what it was, which was License to Drive, one of the Corey Feldman movies of the 80s. I think that's actually, I don't know if it's my favorite of all the Corey Feldman movies, though, but it's definitely got to be in like the top 2, I think. So, because that one was definitely It had almost everything in it, honestly, dude. It had comedy, it had drama, it had, a bunch of assholes being all pro-commie and shit like that, and then being caught up for being commies. So, doesn't know what I'm talking about with that one. There was a scene in that movie where it is the guy who is dating their daughter comes to pick her up and is bullshitting about communism. Well, and I'll tell you what, dude, it is the greatest example from the 1980s that equates today as what it is, where you got these jackasses out there bitching and moaning about like climate change this and climate change that crap or whatever. But yet they'll sit there on their fucking, iPhone made in China or made overseas, whatever it is there, and bitch and moan about like, but I need this thing to help me fight against the fucking powers that be. Da, 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 da. It's like, shut the hell up, people. You're just a fucking idiot, man. You're just a damn cog in the commie ass wheel of these retards fucking vehicles. What it is. Like seriously, you're just a spoke in their fucking car tires. What it is, man. You're nothing. You're a dumbass, useful idiot pawn of the powers that should not be. Hell, there was a congressman in the last couple of days actually here in America that exposed that stuff, where he was talking about how all these people that are put into office now is what it is, that they are actively in the pockets of mega donors and everything else like that, and corporate lobbyists and just lobbyists in general. And, mega corporations, everybody else like that comes before the American people do is what it is, dude. And it's like, that is not how it should be at all, because, again, it's we the people that elected people into power to represent us at a federal level then. And if they're not doing that, they need to be from office immediately is what it is then, dude. There's a reason why our founding father, specifically Benjamin Franklin, was quoted as saying about purging government for a couple hundred years is what it is there, man. And it's for this exact reason, honestly. So, anyway, I should probably go and get the mail here in a minute because I know it came recently. Of course, it's still being stupid. Not let me show the game there, but we're almost done here is what it is. But yeah, I should definitely go down there and check on the mail then and see if anything went today or not, because I'm waiting for my my new card to come in then from the bank there. So, which they said 7 to 10 business days. So I know it ain't been quite that long yet, but who's to say if it wasn't like expedited shipping or something like that, then if that'd be the case, maybe. But you never know, man. So only time will tell. But yeah, like I was saying, though, it's funny because looking back at that movie License to Drive there, yeah, you got the communist guy or whatever, and it's kind of funny because he wants to bitch and moan about stuff, but yet then he takes their family's vehicle to the protest is what it is, and just wants to be an asshole about it, and then it ends up getting a tow because he's a fucking idiot, doesn't know how to park correctly is what it is then. So yeah, it's just funny. So anyway, but yeah, great movie actually. Probably the best scene in that entire film actually is the drunk guy who steals their vehicle, steals Grandpa's caddy, and is like trying to cut up like limes and stuff and make like mixed drinks and stuff in the vehicle. So, but yeah, it's just funny, man. And then of course, to equate to real life real quick, we also got everything going on there in, I believe it's the Pittsburgh area right now in Pennsylvania, where you have them admitting that now between like certain hours in the morning, there's going to be no cops at all for like a morning shift. So they're basically telling criminals straight up, like, okay, here's your time to make a purge happen. If you want to commit all kinds of crime over here at this time period of the day or whatever, like, have at it, hoss. And it's like right in the time where it's like, night is becoming day essentially. And it's like, Jesus Christ, bro. Like, basically my advice to everybody out there is don't be first shift or, work midnights basically, because you might be getting, killed by this fucking garbage at some point in the future then. So really, just don't live in a major city again in this country is what it is, man. That's why I'll never go back, ever. I don't care what happens right now. I will never, ever live in a major city in America ever again, dude. These places are fucking shitholes. They are the worst fucking places ever. And I will not have it, honestly. I wish I had been able to go to the thing last night, actually, because there was supposed to be a town hall meeting last night here in my town, because they're talking about making some bullshit solar farm here now is what it is, using our farmland to do it and whatnot. And it's like, yeah, fuck that, dude. No. Take that shit down the fucking road to never, ever land. And fuck right off with that crap, dude. The thing is, it's all e-trash, really, at the end of the day, dude. It really is. Because you're looking at these solar farms and stuff like that, man. Like, one good hailstorm, hell, even one good, like, snow or rainstorm, for that matter, depending on how, bad it gets and whatnot, it just destroys the solar stuff is what it is, man. So it's like, why would I want that shit having, millions and millions of dollars poured out of my tax money, and I'm putting in the system, etc. there, to then turn around and have it be useless junk in like 6 months, when it's going to produce like almost nothing in actual energy savings at all, if it actually gets put into place then. It's just stupid, is what it is. And it's people not thinking ahead is the real problem right there. So, motherfucker. Got almost all the way down on this last one, and I could not get it all the way there. So, but yeah, anyway. It's like the exact same thing with all these little kids that want to claim they want to be communists and stuff like that. And it's like, bro, you've never known what communist nations look like. And then when you actually have people come from these nations and tell them, like, yeah, this is what we had to live under, dude, like, they're just like, oh, but that wasn't real communism. It's like, yes, it was, you idiot, because literally the end game of communism is death all the time. Same thing with socialism, for that matter. Like, it's always death. And the only thing that prevents that is to have Second Amendment rights in the country you're in, is what it is, man. So stop fighting against 2A rights, is what it is then. For everyday Americans. Hell, if anything, the, border crises and everything else like that going on right now are the exact reason why we need to have a Second Amendment in this country, to deal with all that garbage the correct way. So, anyways. Alright, let's see where I'm at right now. Grab that. Grab these three. Grab this. Grab these three. Grab those three. Get those three. Get these three. Get these two. Take those three. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3 there. Those two go back down to 0 on that one. Those three come together. These three come together. Those three go together. Those three go together. Those three. 3, 3. 3, 3. Okay, so now we're getting down to the nitty gritty right now. So we go with those three right there, those three right there. Finally pull off that one. Do these three. It goes back to 1. Those ones, those ones. Okay, if I can actually pull this up right now, hopefully it'll come through, but I'm not sure. Find out. Nope, still being stupid. Come on, man. I'm going to try to reset this thing, actually, and see if it'll pop up then. Or maybe just jump out of here for a sec and then pop it back up and see if it'll go then. Okay. Now let's see if it actually works or not when I reset this whole thing then. Like there's some dickhead up my road thinking they can blast your damn music at way higher levels than it needs to be. I'd be pissed if I was working second or third shift and this dickhead's fucking bebopping through at 1:30 in the afternoon is what it is, man. Although it could be worse. That same asshole's done that shit at like 2 or 3 in the morning is what it is, dude. And it's like, people are trying to sleep. Fuckface. Come on. So, anyway. Let's see if this will pop up now. Nope, still being stupid. Come on, man. Damn. Yeah, we got several moves to make still in this game. If I pull a flask and I pull bread right now, I can get the 3 rocks for the clay. And I'm kind of out of moves after that, though, is what it is. So I think we will do that, though, just to do it. See what's underneath the rest of it then. Okay, so then we can take this, do a free spin, see what comes out of this. Okay, so we got 2 pieces of bread there. That's good. That's good. Okay, we got 3 things for the cloth, so that's good. Okay, so we got 2 waters. We also got 2 of each of the other things right now. So I think we do a free spin again here. Okay, so we pull this, pull that. Okay, so we got 2 dudes right now. Question is, what's underneath the rest of this, though? Yeah, I think I might get fucked again. Yeah, I'm gonna get fucked again. Shit. Damn it, hang on, that happens. Okay, so we got our meat on that one. Got water there. Tomatoes here. Lumber, lumber, lumber. Lumber, lumber, lumber. Got clay, clay, clay. Other stuff. Got all of our meats. Go with diamonds. Other stuff. I'm not sure what's going on with Call the Midwife this season. I don't know if it's not dropping regularly on over on the BBC there or what it is, man, because it hasn't been on like the last 2 weeks or something. So it's a really good show this season, actually, too. It's starting to get real good because now you got like all kinds of crazy storylines coming up right now. Where I think they're trying to basically split up some certain couples in the show to make like other weirder couples. Then, so I'm not sure what's going on there, is what it is, but that's what it kind of feels like in some ways. But yeah, it's pretty interesting, man. And yeah, the one thing I like about that show actually is well, it shows like certain crazy things. It doesn't go into like, like the quote unquote like woke territory. I mean, it does some now is what it is, but it's to be expected after so long now. But yeah, it definitely shows like a lot of good stuff. Actually, that was one thing that was interesting. I was rewatching Breaking Bad for the first time in years now. The first couple episodes of the first season there. And I did not realize that Walter White, in the beginning of that series, it was like episode 2 or 3, I think, he was discussing that thalidomide stuff, the same stuff they discussed in the Call the Midwife show, about the birth defects it gave kids and stuff like that. And I guess apparently what it was is you had with that particular chemical, there's like 2 different sides of it or whatever, where it's like the one side is like good to go and the other side's like not. And apparently I guess it was like their chemists or something that these big pharmaceutical companies had and shit like that at the time, whatever, didn't know the difference of what to pour in or whatever it was there. And that's what actually caused the stuff then. Instead of them actually pulling the bad shit off the market and being like, hey, we can actually make, a good version of this now again. using the right, formula and concoction. Here's what it is. Instead, they just left the crap on the fucking market for decades there. And you wonder why you had kids born with no limbs or no eyes or no, their cleft palates or, no top of the roof of their mouths and stuff like that. It's all kinds of disgustingness, dude. And the fact that it took these poor people like 50 something years to get any kind of compensation out of it really just shows the fuckery of government entirely in this world. Number one. And number two, just shows how shit these corporations are. They can just pull your, family through, decades and decades of lawsuits and trials and everything else like that, and just keep delaying and getting their own judges and like the lawfare kind of crap. And it's so fucking disgusting is what it is, dude. Like it's beyond uncomprehensible, truthfully speaking. So yeah, again, it's one of the main reasons why I hate people so much like Michael Bloomberg is what it is, dude, because that guy is like the biggest scumbag motherfucker out there when it comes to screwing people's rights in this country, honestly. So, but anyway. There's others too, though, but he's pretty much the biggest sack of shit of all of them then. To buying off state houses and state reps and stuff like that then. So, anyways. But yeah, I might end up in the not too distant future trying to recall one of these Islamic motherfuckers that's in the Ohio State House right now because, first of all, the guy's no business being there to begin with because he's not a U.S. citizen. He is a literal fucking Somali that claimed refugee status in this country like a decade ago. Number two, he is now actively trying to get streets renamed in honor of literal Islamic terrorists from decades ago. And then three is it's straight up admitting the Ilhan Omar fucking quiet part out loud stuff, where it's them trying to get a Somali takeover into American soils, what it is right now, dude, in the different parts of our, state and federal positions of power in this country is what it is there. And it's like, I'll be damned if I let that happen in my fucking country. I'll let my country fall like that, dude. Fuck that noise. So, yeah, it's time to boot these motherfuckers out of this country entirely is what it is, dude. So anyway, they want to pull that shit, they can pull it back in their own fucking nation is what it is, man. Take power back over there or whatever. It's bad enough that we ever let them into our nation after Black Hawk Down, which we shouldn't have, by the way. The fact that we're very close to another one of those stupid ass things happening now because you got dumbass Biden and company. I mean, they're going to start sending over our sons and daughters again to the fucking Middle East over in Gaza and shit like that now. And it's like, oh, so what you're really telling us is you're about to create another Black Hawk Down situation. That's what you're saying now. Gotcha. Yeah, fuck that shit, dude. Nah. But anyway, I know there was testimony being given this morning and stuff about that asshole now and him having all kinds of classified documents he shouldn't have that he took after he left the White House as vice president and was a private citizen holding government documentation and stuff like that. So, but of course, fucking Democrat, and it's gonna happen to him, man. I mean, hell, it should have happened to him fucking 3 years ago when he stole a presidency, for God's sakes. So, anyway. Yeah, I find it kind of funny that Matt Gaetz was talking about that this morning of like obstruction of justice. It's like, bro, like this dude's been committing high treason for like over 3 years now. Like, what the hell? Seriously. Like, Jesus. Like, not only Biden, but Kamala and everybody else too, for that matter, man. And yet y'all have done nothing to remove their asses from power at this point. So, at some point it's kind of on you, bro. For real. But anyway. Like I said, I think we're just in bad times ahead right now, and It's only a matter of time before it gets worse. So, anyway. And of course, it's still being an asshole right now. So, I figure on that, and I'll just call it a day right now. I'm going to go grab the mail here in a couple minutes and see if there's anything in it or not. Go from there, basically, and figure some stuff out. Figure what I'm going to do for dinner tonight. Here in a couple hours. And, yeah, essentially just figure out everything going on right now and start going through some things and tossing some stuff and whatnot. So, motherfucker. Almost at that time needed an eighth to get it the right way, though. Did not have that eighth. So, okay, so that's 2. So 1, 2, 3. That one's done 2. Actually, I'll tell you a great 90s movie is Don't Tell Mom the Babysitter's Dead. That is an underrated classic, bro. You know, like I said, with License to Drive, like I think that was more like an 80s one at the time that didn't really get us due diligence or whatever. But it's since kind of become a cult classic for some of us out here. But yet, meanwhile, Don't Tell Mom Babysitter's Dead really never got its fame there, dude. Even though it was such a good movie. It was such an underrated film, man. I forget what the one guy's name is. It was an actor back then because he was it was late 80s, early 90s. He was in a bunch of movies back then. He was in that one. He was in Curly Sue, and he was in Men at Work with Charlie Sheen and Emilio Estevez, where he played Maxwell Potterdam III. And I'm trying to think what that actor guy's name is offhand. I can't remember what it is right now, but yeah, he was kind of balding back then or whatever. And I'll tell you what, man, that guy was the perfect villain. He was the perfect like 80s, 90s evil businessman villain type and stuff like that, man. Which is kind of ironic because he played that role pretty much in every single thing he played in. So he was very much typecast. But he was typecast for a reason, and it was because he played it so well. You know? And that's the whole thing, man. So anyway. But yeah, needless to say, it's he was good at what he did, man. I'll give him that one. I'm not sure if he's still alive yet or not, or if he died like some years ago or whatever it was, dude, but neither would surprise me, honestly, at this point if I found out. Either way. So actually another really good movie from that time period was also Dutch. It was a young Ethan Embry, who went by Ethan Randall at the time, and Ed O'Neill as the stepfather type. So, again, very underrated. Actually, interesting fun fact about that movie, for those who don't know. The woman who was one of the chicks who actually robbed them in that film, the one that was the driver who was trying to steal the guy's ring and stuff like that, was actually the actress who voiced Tommy Pickles and other characters in the Rugrats TV series. And she's been a voice actress for decades now. She was also actually in the movie Devil's Rejects some years back now as one of the prostitutes in that, if I'm not mistaken. I think that's who she played in that. I believe so. Again, kind of ironic on that one that she kind of went full circle on that because she started out in Dutch as like kind of like a working girl kind of type, and then literally ends up in that Devil's Rejects movie as a actual prostitute. Then is what it is. So kind of amusing on that one, dude. But yeah, she's I forget what her name is. It's something like EG or something like that, or ER Riley or something like that. EJ Riley, something like that. Anyway, something along those lines. But yeah, she's a decent voice actor. She's done a bunch of voice acting stuff over the decades, and you know, a lot of childhood series and stuff like that I was, you know, grew up during that time period. So, and I think it's kind of funny to see that she was like, you know, down that kind of road of having to do what she needed to do to get ahead kind of thing in Hollywood there. And then eventually it paid off for her as what it was then with the, you know, different TV series like that and whatnot. So, but yeah, she was a decent, I would consider her to be a decent voice actress for sure. I don't know if I'd say like actual actress or not though, dude, because she's kind of, yeah. She was all right, but she wasn't great, honestly, on that side of it, though, I believe personally. But that's just my opinion of it. So, but yeah, she definitely did. I think she did better voice acting than she did like actual, like on screen acting, is what it was then. And sometimes people make a bunch of money doing that, man. You know, I mean, there's that one chick that did voices for like decades of her life, and she's like the most well known for that kind of stuff there. And almost nobody knows what she looks like otherwise, is what it is. And it's because they know her voice acting, and and she voiced people like you know, Raven from the Teen Titans series, or she would voice other characters like that's what it is there. And yeah, she did that for a long, long time of her life, dude. And yet nobody really knows what she looks like, is what it is, except people that are like really, really diehard fans that have seen her a couple times in like person and stuff like that, like cons and whatnot. So, but yeah, it's kind of funny, man, when you think about it like that. And then of course you got, you know, the people out there that are, you know, these diehard fans of like other things like Walking Dead or whatever the case be. You know, it doesn't really matter. You know, insert your, you know, genre of things here is what it is, and I'm sure you'll find some fan base here and there. Everything almost is what it is anymore. It seems like there's almost a con for everything these days, dude, actually. Or if there's not, it's like just a general Comic Con kind of deal or whatever the case be that anybody just shows up to and does their own thing at. I think the thing is, though, when you get into the more specific things, you actually get less and less people at them, is what it is. That's why you usually have like a Comic Con or whatever the case be. They'll bring, you know, several thousand people out the woodwork or whatever then, and then you'll have one that does like, you know, this thing or that thing, and it'll bring maybe a couple hundred people out the woodwork or whatever then. So, you know, it all depends. And I think with a lot of people though, it's like, you know, your overhead costs and everything else like that. Like you want to bring out the most to make the most in ticket sales and stuff like that, versus the people that are just like, no, I'm in it for whatever then. It doesn't matter to me how many people come or kind of thing or whatever then. So again, those aren't really the people that tend to be the ones actually paying for the venues and stuff though. So if you're the guy paying for the venue, you're like, no, man, I want the most people here as possible. So, you know, they'll be doing the most general thing is what it is then. But yeah, I've seen some interesting things in my life. People that maybe shouldn't be wearing certain cosplay costumes, and then other people wearing other stuff is what it is. Actually, the one chick I was thinking about the other day here, I know that Sci-Fi some years ago did a thing for people that were like cosplayers or whatever, and it was showing like them doing, you know, their various cosplay outfits for something here and there is what it is then. And I'll tell you what, man, you can really tell a difference when it comes to makeup for some of these people then, and it really is deception at the end of the day, because I've seen some of these cosplay chicks that look like they're about a 10 or a 12 when they're in like the full cosplay and makeup and everything else like that. And they wipe that stuff off their face and they go from like a 10 or a 12 to like a fucking 2 or a 3 at most. Because they are not good looking, man, at all. And I don't know if it's the fact that you've had so many years of makeup applications on their faces that it's just making their face like prematurely age and make it all fucked up looking or whatever the case be. Or if it's the fact that they aren't that great looking to begin with, but yeah, they can do a makeup tutorial on their face to make themselves super attractive. when in reality they're like mediocrely attractive at best, is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Versus a dude who, and any average man will tell you, you look at me, it's going to be me, is what it is, man. We're not going to make up on our faces and stuff like that. We'll just be dudes. Dudes doing dude stuff is what it is, man. Yeah, we might be able to work out a little bit here and there and stuff like that and make ourselves a better, physical attraction, physique-wise and stuff like that. But for the most part, some chick puts, 10 layers of fucking makeup on her face. She looks like a 10 or 12, whatever the case be, and yet she could be a damn meth underneath that makeup and stuff, dude. So, or even worse, a cannibal. Which brings us back to season 5 of The Walking Dead, obviously, with Gareth and all those guys like that. So, but yeah, anyway. But nah, seriously though, bro, it's some scary shit to think about, man. Like if we ever have to go down that line, is what it is, man. And I'll tell you what, if we were in that post-apocalyptic world like that, that's the last thing I want to have to be doing, man. Is relying on others to become my food source. Although that would have been an interesting one. I think, truthfully, that would have been an interesting spinoff in that series that didn't really become a spinoff ever. And that's the biggest thing with the big difference between Walking Dead and shows like Z Nation is Z Nation. It was like 3-4 episodes into that show, and they're talking about cannibalism. It takes the main Walking Dead series 5 fucking seasons to get to that shit, dude. It's like, damn, man. Like, y'all way fucking slow on this shit, for real. So, but yeah, it's kind of funny. And then I think, actually, because I know that, what was it? Black Summer was actually supposed to be a spinoff of Z Nation. I think they kind of talked about it a little bit in that series too, if I'm not mistaken, the cannibalistic aspect of stuff or whatever. Unfortunately, that got canceled here recently for good, which is not surprising, honestly. It's, I'm surprised it wasn't announced faster than it was, honestly. It kind of does suck, though, if we're going to be serious with ourselves, though, dude, because it was a great series. It really was. It definitely needed to have a third season, I believe, truthfully speaking. And the fact that it's not going to get one is kind of bullshit. So, again, it's not that surprising that it's not getting one, though, because, it took so long between seasons 1 and 2. And then, of course, you had the whole writer's strike thing and everything else like that and all that other crap like that. And it's like, yeah, I mean, eventually it's going to be, a situation where people just ain't going to be able to do things then. So, actually, that's also one thing about that show, the first season of that series, was how many people were out just like randomly shooting and like, like didn't realize like, oh, watch out because there are people behind your ass kind of thing is what it is there, man. And then you got people like randomly turning and stuff because you're dumb. So, anyway. Yeah, don't ever be part of that shooting gallery, man. If you have other people coming out or whatever the case may, think there's going to be zombies and stuff around, like, get the fuck back into, like, cover, basically, is what it is, dude, or at least concealment anyway. To where you can, like, like, I would actually say a mix between both, actually, where it's, like, you're kind of concealed, but you're actually also in cover, too, for that matter, where it's, like, if shit does start popping off, you can, like, jump behind a fucking barricade or something like that and save your own ass then. And not to be, like, randomly shot and killed by some stupid motherfucker that doesn't know how to fucking shoot a gun is what it is then. So, anyway. That's the one problem is going to... And I feel like, unfortunately, going back to, societal stuff here in this country currently is what it is. That would be the one thing with unintentional cannibalism in a lot of cases, what it is, which will be... You'll have people out there who will be, first-time hunters in the woods or whatever the case be, stomping around, not know a damn thing about actually hunting and whatnot, never be able to get food because they'll scare everything off, so it is then. And then at the same time, you'll have a bunch of dumb people out there with them, which may or may not be those same people actually. And they'll start taking pot shots and stuff and end up shooting and killing each other in most cases. And then it'll be a situation where people are so hungry and they're just like, well, we do have meat here is what it is. And then it's, old Jerome or David or whoever it's going to be then is now on the fucking Barbie that night, and becomes the barbecue that night. And then eventually people develop a taste for that shit is what it is then, man. It's that's when you get into bad times ahead then. So, but yeah, it's one of those things where I don't want to go down that road myself personally, but it's not even something I really want to think about, honestly, if I would have to go down that road kind of thing, man. Because if we're in for that kind of bad time, like, oh my God, bro, But yeah, it's definitely going to be some fucked up things happening here pretty soon, I think it will be. So, anyways. But that being said, I think that's pretty much where we're at for the day, though. Hope you guys enjoyed this stream. I know this wasn't really like full game stream, but it is what it is, man. Like, deal with it, I guess is what I'd say on that one. If I can show a little bit of game, I will here in a minute, but it all depends what pops up or not. Nope, still being stupid, still being that fucking thing after an hour and a half. So, yeah, no reason to sit here and still discuss stuff and waste my time for the month end. I'm going to get ready and finish doing this as fast as possible here, get it all good to go, and then eventually it'll be run down to the mailbox, see if anything's in it today or not, because it did sound like they stopped earlier, so I'm hoping something's there, but who knows. So only a matter of time before stuff happens. So anyways, but yeah, other than that though, Season 8's interesting. Like I said, we finally had a truce there with Bees and Company, which I don't know if that's even going right now. So hopefully it'll go good at some point. I don't know, man. But as far as I'm aware, we are still in the top, though. Yep, we're still on top right now. For the season end rewards. So we'll take 195,000 of the silver tokens, 60 of the gold. We will get 56 long ranges, 28 keys, and a season 8 no time limit frame. Other stuff I will personally be taking then would be the top 500 rewards, which will be 30 hours of speed ups across the board, 8 million bullets, 6 keys, 15 long ranges, 15 fragments for the gold hats. And then for Coalition, we will be taking 4th for 18 more of those fragments and then almost a day's worth of other stuff. We'll also be taking 9 more keys and a bunch of millions of things for the War Pact. And then Season Merit, I still need to get up to the top 700 right now, which hopefully I can do the merit exchanges pretty soon here next week or so. This is what it'll be then. And then the last things we have right now are... Okay, we actually had our kill wound thing just end, so it's going to be whoever controls the casino next 3 days and some change right now. We'll be getting that then. And then we'll go into another, in 3.5 days, we'll go into another, what they call Brutal Massacre, which will be another kill event. And then the final one will be your Coalition has the casino and 4 ranches. So I'm not sure anybody actually has it or not, but if they do, it'll be Bees and Company then. So, but yeah, then it'll just be us being able to get whatever then, and then eventually 2 seasons from now, if we can actually take higher rankings or whatever, then next season, whether it be one of the first ones, the War Pact, or whether it be, again, the second one of the losing side, then the top billing on that one, we will have more than enough to get casino next go around then. So that should be fun. So yeah, it'll be at least a season off then for us to get a casino then at some point down the line. And it'll be whatever after that then. So, which, like I said, I don't think I ever got Twin Oaks in this one. I think that'll be the only one I'm missing right now. I know I got the Junkyard. I know I got the amusement park. I know I got Serenity Villa. I know I got the Steakhouse. I don't know if I got Crematorium or Twin Oaks. I'm going to check those right now for our appearance. Let's see if we have those or not then. Huh. I got a Legendary Christmas cards I'm going to lock in this account. And I also got the 7 days shelter thingy, as well as other stuff there. So let's see. Where is the one thing that we don't have? Let's see, would it be in 5s right now? I think those are 5s, if I'm not mistaken. So let me go check on that one. Yeah, it's Walker Mansion, Alexandria Church. Casino we don't have yet. Crematorium we don't have. Okay. So we actually don't have Crematorium or Twin Oaks right now. So we would want to get those at some point. Which are not really necessary to have, though, because of what they actually give you. Because Twin Oaks does a melee fighter's defense plus 3%, which we don't need because we don't have melee fighters in this thing. And then Crematorium does sharpshooter attack plus 3%, which again is not necessary for us right now because our things are not sharpshooters. Same thing with Casino, actually. Casino's buff is sharpshooter's health plus 3%, which again, we're not using those, so it's not really a necessary evil is what it is then. It's nice to have, obviously, to just have is what it is then to, bump our buffs up and stuff like that. Because right now we're at 21 to 25, and the next one would be all fighters defense go from a 2 to 3% increase then. So, or actually, no, I'm sorry. These all stack now I'm thinking about it. So it'd be, yeah, it goes all fighters attack, all fighters defense, all fighters health for 5, 10, 15, and it's all plus 2. And then right now we actually have a plus 5 fighter attack because we have 20 right now in place. And then if we get to 25, we'd actually have all fighters defense as a plus 5 then for another plus 3. Then we get to 25 then, and then the health would be a plus 3 at 30. 35 is a plus 4 attack on top of everything else to stack. And then 40 is plus 4 defense. And then 45 is plus 4 health. And then 50 is plus 5 attack. And then health and defense at 55 and 60 respectively. And all the way up to 75 is a health, defense, attack then. That's another set of 5 then. So, yeah. It'd be pretty good, man, actually. I'm not going to lie. So, yeah, it'd be nice to have another thing here, nothing else, just to have the, extra defense boost and then the extra health boost, obviously, on that one as well. So, but yeah, it is what it is, man. So, anyway. That being said, though, let's see if we can get what we got. Get what it is then. Okay, so I can do that one, and I think I'm kind of fucked after that, so let's go ahead and do our regrab. And that one's good on that. Can we do anything with what we have left right here? We can do these two anyway. I don't think so. I think we have to end up resetting this one entirely. Maybe. Well, maybe not actually. See, those three got those three there. No, I did fuck myself eventually because, yep, we got down to a certain point where we had about 5 left, but we couldn't get there because we tagged out then. So, all right. Makes sense, though. Eventually, you do end up coming to those impasses like that, which do suck, but again, that is what it is, man. Can't be helped, unfortunately. It's only a matter of time before where you get fucked over, though. I'll tell you what's a great old show, actually, to watch is Little House on the Prairie. It's one of those ones I grew up with as a kid. You know, no agendas, none of that crap. Just, you know, people living 8 is what it was, man. I was actually rewatching the Mel Gibson version of the movie Maverick the other day. Bro, there are, like, I'll tell you what, man. People need to, like, figure out how to start, like, grabbing stuff out of certain movies like that as, like, random, like, you know, gifts and shit like that, dude. Because some of the things that was said in the script of that movie were fucking hilarious. And it would equate, like, so good to today. And it would be a way to, like, in a lot of cases, it would actually be a way to, like, make fun of politicians in a great way, man, without them really realizing it. So, but yeah, it is what it is, man. So, anyway. But yeah, it's a really good film, actually. It's one of those shows I really wish they or one of those movies I really wish they made into a TV series after the fact. Then, although I know they made the movie's obviously based on a TV series of the same name from I think it was the 70s. I want to say because that's the reason that James Garner was actually in the film was because he was the original Maverick in the TV show, if I'm not mistaken. And then eventually Mel Gibson replaced him, and he ended up becoming, you know, the dude's father in the movie, obviously. Which we find out at the very end is what it is then. That's the quote-unquote plot twist. Spoiler alert on that one. If you haven't seen the movie, it's like 20-something years old. So, you know. Actually, no, sorry. I think it's 30 years old this year, actually. So, you know. If you haven't watched a movie in 30 fucking years, dude, like, tough shit is what it is. I'm going to spoil it for you right now. So, anyway. You had your chance is what it is, man. So... But yeah, it's actually a really good movie, though. Alfred Molina is in that movie, the guy that played Doc Ock in the Spider-Man 2 movie. He's actually a really decent villain in that movie, actually. And I'll tell you what, that guy is actually a pretty underrated actor, of all people, man. Like, he ain't getting much play, man. And it is kind of sad when you think about it, right? Because he is, like, really, really good at what he does. So... Anyway, but yeah, other than that, though, like I said before, and I'll say it again now, this is pretty much the end of this episode. We are going to go ahead and call it a day now, and I'm going to hopefully finish this up in a couple minutes then by myself here without having to talk and sort of be distracted from talking and whatnot here. So from here, I'll be able to focus a little more and be able to probably get this done a little faster then. But yeah, other than that, though, it's been real. It's been fun. I'd say it's been real fun, but, you know, I'd be sort of lying on that one because it hasn't been since we keep getting stuck on that page. So, but nah, for real, though. This will probably be the last stream I do this week, actually, because family coming in this week and then weekend, obviously, to help me out with cleaning the place up then. So, if nothing else, this is the last time you hear from me this week. Besides, obviously, Honda's chat tonight is what it'll be. Don't be surprised. If I end up doing something, it won't be until probably Saturday night, would be my guess. So, you know, no Buckshot Thursday, no Freedom Friday on the main channel. I'm hoping to actually get my stuff together, and if we can, be able to gain access back to the actual main channel now. When I say main channel, I mean the Patriot Education Network channel, which, you know, the second one that has like 15 subs on it right now is not the main channel. The main channel is the one that has like 700 people on it there. But we lost access to a while ago just because of YouTube fuckery and whatnot. And them hitting us with BS channel strikes that we couldn't accept because of verification crap. So, anyway. But yeah, other than that, though, it's pretty much where I'm at for the day. I will be back, like I said, at some point here this coming probably weekend. If I'm back before that, it'll be most likely for a small stream in the middle of the night or something like that. Maybe not more than like a half hour or something. But anywho, but yeah, this one's been interesting though. And like I said, I'll be doing some things here and there and shifting some stuff around is what it is though. So, you know, don't be surprised if I'm not around for the coming days. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this though. Like I said, it's been an interesting day. It's been an interesting deal overall then, and you know, the game itself is still kind of fun, but again, it'd be nice to have the winning side. Unfortunately, we're not this time around, so there's always next season. And then, you know, obviously season 10 will be starting the new stuff with the carnivores thing coming back around again, so that'll be fun. That's actually going to be a good season, I think, honestly, in 2 seasons, because now we'll actually be able to anticipate and have to be able to get, you know, the weekly stuff there's what it is then, and be able to, you know, use up the milk and whatnot to be able to get other good shit and actually be able to get like extra long ranges throughout the season that we wouldn't have got otherwise is what it is then. So yeah, that'll be fun times for sure then on that one. Those carnivore bosses, though, I'll tell you what, having done that stuff in season 7 as a preview then, dude, like, holy fuck, those are hard to beat, man. Like, even back then, with people that were, like, stronger than I am and are still, like, about the same power level now as what it is, like, bro, those things were, oof. Like, it took us forever to get through those damn bosses, man. Like, we could never get ahead on those things. So it was just like the mega pay to win people that got ahead on those ones. So yeah, I don't know what's going to happen here on that one, but what I do know is that we will definitely be ready for whatever comes down the pipeline here, and hopefully it'll be, you know, like I said, it'll be a good season for us then, and then, you know, we can actually get, you know, forge ahead and sort of regroup as a region and figure out what's going on with next season and following season, etc. there, and figure out exactly what we want to go and do and whatnot. And hopefully we can actually, you know, come out winners at some point down the line is what it'll be, man. And not have to deal with stupid bullshit and, you know, actually have like a real truce going on then and be able to actually deal with people is what it is then, and not have to deal with just, you know, old grudges that motherfuckers want to keep bringing up that don't even exist anymore is what it is. And yeah, it's just so stupid, man. Like, I know for a fact I'd be way further ahead right now in Meridic stuff like that if it wasn't for fucking these dumbass things where you had people just attacking us everywhere and nowhere for pretty much the first half of the season what it was there. Because they just want to be assholes and be like, look how powerful I am. I'm so powerful and I paid so much money to get ahead that I can go fuck you over in like one hit and destroy all your fucking work for the last 3 or 4 seasons now. And then you wonder why I'm on the fucking thing at all, dude. And it's like, that's exactly why. I'm not going to get murked out like that. Unfortunately, the dumbasses that stayed there did get murked out like that. It's like, y'all are dumb. Get the fuck over here on season 1, bitch. Like, seriously. Come back to 144. Stay safe. Don't be dumb. And stay over there unshielded. And then wonder why you get killed. So, yeah. Like I said, it is what it is, man. It's their own faults in some cases. So, because they know the deal, they know shields run out eventually, man. Like, if you only got 8 hours to the damn alarm, make sure you can be on the internet then at that time, dude. Or if nothing else, like, don't be over there is what it is with the 8-hour shield on. Use a 12-hour shield or be able to get, on and stay on for that 8 hours, whatever the case be, and then just move away is what it is, man. I mean, that's what I've done in the past, too. I was on there for 6-7 hours and made sure I was, done before the 8 hours came up, and then I would pop back over to the other side is what it is because of that exact reason. Because I don't want to be fucked over then is what it is. So, as it is, in the secondary region then, that I have my other account in, we end up getting fucked out of first place then in the mid-season rewards there because some fucking assholes at the very end here, after the 18s open and stuff, they ended up taking a bunch of 18s is what it was and screwed us out by 2,000 points is what it is, man. So even though we worked our asses off to that entire fucking time period, all the way before that, only to get screwed like that, it fucking pisses me off beyond belief right now, dude. And what pisses me off even more is that I got fucked out of not being able to be part of the 118 the other day. And then as it was, because I had to go with my cousins to do this deal to make some money there, the assholes in power there at River X and those fucking douchebags wouldn't reset the other one past 11 a.m. or whatever the hell it was. And so they fucked me out of getting that one too. So, yeah, I'm pretty much done with that fucking entire region, I think, at this point, dude. Fuck all these people is what it is, man. We pretty much have we have basically, the real problem is we have a coalition, we have 2 dead clans in it, more or less. We have we should basically be a 2-clan coalition with 5 people in the last clan, essentially, is what it is there. Just waiting for people to come over for the next season kind of thing. And then, if nothing else, what we really should do is actually have somebody create a fucking stay secondary how do you call it now? Account to basically put in there as the leadership of that whole thing to have access to it or whatever, and then just leave whoever's in there is going to be a dead, people who are not around ever really, or they're only there once every 2 weeks or whatever it is then. And then meanwhile, we can kick all the people there that are in our main clans out of that one into that one kind of thing, whatever they want to come back and join up in that one. And then we have a better first 2 clans in the coalition that potentially eventually would be 3 good clans, and we start having more merges and stuff like that happen out there is what it is then. So, but what do I know? I've only been playing this game for almost 3 fucking years now is what it is, dude. So, or no, is it 3 years, 2 years? I don't remember anymore. It's been a long ass time. It's been at least 2. I'm trying to remember now. It would have been. No, I think it was just about. Yeah, it's almost 2 years now, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, it's been every day for that time period though, so it's it feels like a lot longer than that, obviously. Yeah, because it's been. Where's my thing at right now for this? Yeah, it's been over almost 600 days in a couple of these accounts, and then it's been, I think, over 600 days in my main account, if I'm not mistaken. So, yeah, it's almost 2 years now. But, yeah, it feels a lot longer now, I'll tell you that right now, man. And again, that's what happens when you play every single day for, a bunch of hours at a time is what it is then. It all sort of starts to blend together kind of deal. But anyway. So. But yeah, it is what it is, man. Like I said, they'll be back later is what it is. And start figuring some stuff out here and there and go from there, basically. And figure out where we want to go here and there. And thankfully, I was finally able to get this done for that 3rd one. And I can get back to that 4th one. That's what it is. So. I think I'm going to go watch some stuff and sort of chill out and probably take a nap for at least an hour anyway and go from there is what it'll be then and figure out some cool shit then. Like I said, figure out what I want to do for dinner later is what it is too for that matter. I know I got a couple of things I could actually eat out of the freezer again and probably just do that is what it'll be then. whenever my sister gets here tomorrow, then she can just do whatever then and, you know, figure some stuff out then as it'll be. So, you know, tis what it is. But anyway. But yeah, other than that though, that's pretty much where we're at right now. So hope y'all enjoyed this stream. Since we've been here for 2 hours now is what it is. And that time we still can't get onto the thing then. Still won't actually activate into the Walking Dead stuff. So alright. That's how it's gonna be today, I guess. So anyway. Have a good one, y'all. Stay safe, stay vigilant. Do what needs to be done to always remain that you always be the person that remains you know, alive after any kind of situational encounters and stuff. So, you know, don't be the guy that isn't carrying, because you never know when you're gonna need it, is what it is. So always be having it is what it is, man, for real. Later, y'all. Have a good one.